Good morning. It's February the 13th. We had a little bit of fresh snow last night. I have to come back here and shovel my walk when I get back, or scrape it. It's not very deep, but it's there. So it's very bright and white, and I'm going to walk along the creek today because I have been falling down on my traditional walks. normally, some time ago, my normal walk was along the creek on Mondays and around the lake on Fridays, and I've gotten out of that habit. And today's not Monday, of course, it's Tuesday. But nevertheless, we're going to go around along the creek. Hopefully not falling down, because the trouble with fresh snow is it hides the ice that's under it. So I have to be careful here and there. People are out scraping and sweeping right now. Beautiful day. It's about -6. Hopefully my microphone works properly for the entire walk. Yesterday it was dead for the first part. This morning, let's see, we had a plumber and electrician coming in to look at our extension and what needs to be done back there as that finally gets built this spring, finished this spring. It's framed, but a long way from being finished. And then I've been doing publishing stuff. Nothing too exciting. Emails, paying bills, that sort of thing. Never stops. Then I'll be getting, after this walk, I'll be getting to some editing and writing as the day continues. I'll be in the warehouse district later in the day, but I plan to sit and write while I'm there, not at a coffee shop, not walk there this time around. That's why I'm doing this now, get the walk out of the way. It's Leopold Crescent we're crossing. Heading to our usual stairs up onto the dike that runs along Wascana Creek. I didn't even know it had snowed until this morning when the construction guys came along. I hadn't looked out and noticed that there was probably 1 or 2 centimeters of fresh snow, it looks like. 2.5 centimeters would be an inch. Is there an inch? Maybe. I'm never really sure how you measure it. Oh, there's some ice there to watch out for. Well, except I couldn't watch out for it because I couldn't see it. Whoa. It's the driveways that tend to be the most dangerous. I always liked this house. I've never been in it, but I like the entrance with all these trees and then this kind of turret tucked back among the trees. It's very, you look up, it's a turret. Very Bavarian. Tonight we're going to a dinner at the University of Regina. Kind of a donor's dinner thing, I guess. Probably want more money. We've donated money over the years, but my wife's family has. They probably want more. But it should be cool. The dinner's on stage at the University Theater in the Riddell Center, which will be a thrill for some people, but I've performed on there multiple times. So the backstage area there is not a big secret to me. But I'm sure there's people who have never been back there, so it should be interesting. I presume there's some entertainment as well. We just saw our first dog. I don't know if you saw him there in the dike going by. Somebody's done a good job on these sidewalks. Much appreciated. Although sometimes clearing the snow just makes what ice is still there even slipperier. Right, up onto the dike and then along the creek to the footbridge. Then we'll walk along the creek. Just kind of my standard, what I always think of as my standard walk along the creek. No great variations. Really been quite a few people along here already because the snow is already beaten down. Looks like, see that bench down there? So people have cleared some of the ice for skating, although with the fresh snow last night you can't see it as clearly. Supposed to get a little colder yet after this, but within a couple of weeks we're back up kind of just below freezing, so doesn't look like we're going to get another really, really cold snap this winter. We just had one, so that's a mild winter for us for sure. Of course, the song running through my head, I just realized, is my song from Beauty and the Beast. We rehearsed that on Sunday. No matter what, that one, which you'll only know if you know the stage version. It's not in the movie. No matter where you go, I'm by your side, something like that. Maurice, whom I'm playing, Belle's father, and Belle have a nice song just before he sets off into the woods with his invention, which goes horribly wrong, and he ends up chased by wolves to the castle of the beast, where he's imprisoned till Belle shows up and takes his place. Thereby hangs a tale as old as time, in fact. So I get one song, but it's a very nice song. I don't have a lot of rehearsal because I'm not in any of the big chorus numbers. I have important scenes, but means I don't have to learn any choreography, which I appreciate. Last time I did Beauty and the Beast, 16 years ago, I guess, really, a little over 16 years ago, at Persephone Theatre in Saskatchewan. I had to learn choreography, and did it too, but I'm not a dancer. Also, I'm somewhat creakier, movement-wise, than I was 16 years ago. Very pretty today, if you like snow. I don't see anybody watching me live, so I'm talking to myself, but... Okay. Here's the footbridge. Most people watch the reruns. Way more people watch the reruns than follow me live. I like live viewers because I can say hi to them if they say hi to me, but at the moment I see 000 for live viewers, so I talk to myself, but I never listen to me. On we go. Follow the yellow brick road. Oh, in this case, it's follow the snow-covered path. Follow the snow-covered path. Oh, they've actually, looks like they've actually run something along it as recently as this morning. Follow, 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 follow the snow-covered path. Oh, all of a sudden I have numbers. There are people out there in live stream land. As we walk along Wascana Creek here on a beautiful winter morning. With occasional outbreaks of song. They never include that in their weather forecast. Mostly sunny, with occasional bursts of song. The wind is sharpish, but the temperature is only -6, so even that's not... I mean, I'm definitely keeping my hat on today, but I don't think I have to cover my face. Look along the creek. Microphone up appears to be working normally today. I don't know what happened yesterday. I was told it wasn't working. When I looked at it, the little green light was flashing, which means for some reason it had disconnected or wasn't connected to the phone. There's a little transmitter transceiver, I guess, really, that goes in the end and then connects by Bluetooth to the microphone. And somehow it had lost its connection. Waterfall Park over there, but no water currently falling. Hopefully no live streamers currently falling either. Kiwanis Park, but it's Kiwanis Waterfall Park. There's a waterfall there in the spring and summer. We'll see it in a few months. Probably 3 or 4. Probably May when they turn it on. Pretty much abandoned. I did see somebody with a dog up on the dike before I climbed up on it, but other than that, I've encountered nobody on this walk, which is a bit unusual. Sure, I'll run into somebody somewhere along here, probably with a dog. There's the creek again. Over there is a park. You can see the playground in the snow. Mostly baseball diamonds up here, so they're not getting a lot of use right now. Interesting that they plow down into the baseball diamond area there, though. Wonder why they bother. Well, there's a park bench there, so maybe it's considered part of the pathway. Another way to get to the Elphinstone over there, which we will be crossing soon, Elphinstone. Won't be long. March, April, May. The way this year is shaping up, I would expect all the snow to be gone in March. But you can't be sure. You can get a big snow dump as late as Victoria Day weekend, which is the third weekend in May, so you can never be entirely sure you're done with snow until June, maybe. But that's the way to bet that it'll be gone well before that. Another diamond over here. Not a diamond in the rough, but a diamond in the snow. Yeah, they definitely come out and cleared the little bit of snow just this morning. Run whatever it is they run along here. Oh. Almost fell off the path there. Walking briskly enough to get warm. when I do get back, I have to shovel a little bit of snow out of our front walk too. Oh, there's someone. I didn't think I'd manage this entire walk without encountering someone else on the path. That would be highly unusual. It's the horseshoe pitches over here. Here's the crosswalk where we cross Elphinstone. And we enter Les Sherman Park. We've cleared this one too. Lots of animal tracks. Rabbits. Those are rabbit tracks mostly, I think. Occasionally a dog. Probably dog tracks running out to that tree there. Here. And occasionally human tracks. Especially if they were walking. The aforementioned dog. It's that next footbridge up there in the distance. Oof, there was a dog in that truck. I don't know if that counts as a dog I've seen on the walk or not. He barked at me as he went by. You probably couldn't hear it, but I could. Bike and pedestrian crossing ahead. As we come to our second footbridge, which will take us back to the side of the creek. I will then finish the walk on. I don't have to cross another bridge after this. We will pause to take a look up and down the creek, as is my wont. W-O-N-T. Won't, I guess. Want. A lot of ways to pronounce that one simple vowel. Okay, we will take a look. Looking to the east, more or less. Nice and frozen and white. Looking to the west, ditto. No tracks down there, so nobody's been on the snow for a while. And on we go. And there's where the fresh clearing of the path ends. Or at least it blew in here right by the bridge and they haven't cleared it very well. Maybe they've cleared it up here again. See, there's been some snow drifting across the path right here. And it seems to be freshly cleared again. Or else just didn't blow in. The bulk will sit over there. We'll walk by it again when we come back on the homeward leg of this jaunt. That's actually a turtle into that pile of snow, carved or concrete painted turtle. A literal painted turtle, not the species known as painted turtle. As I often point out, this path only curves for aesthetic reasons. The direct path would be right along the creek, much shorter, but also much heavier with snow. And this walk isn't to get anywhere, it's just a walk. Oh, someone said hi. First person. Hi, Jerry. Yeah, it's, what is it? 5 to 11. I'll get home, I'll shovel the walk, and it'll be time for lunch. More or less. Dogs barking all over the place. I don't know why. Maybe they're talking to each other. We lost all our snow, but then it came back. Not great, huge amounts, but enough to turn everything white. And since it's going to be cold now for a while, it'll stay white through February, I would think. But I suspect in March, we'll start losing it again. Based on the way this winter has gone, it's been quite mild. Except for that one week when I didn't walk much, when it was minus 36. With a minus 51 wind chill one morning. So not entirely mild. Hey, we've had lots of sun. Most of my walks have been sunny, not all of them, but most. And of course, after fresh snow like this, it's very, very bright. So I can only read the screen occasionally, depending on which way I'm facing. Around another pointless curve. I think Estevan in southeast Saskatchewan is supposed to be the sunniest place in Canada. Most hours of sunshine. Something like that. In a typical year. Oh, still ice to watch out for though. Can't read that. Oh, we definitely don't have that problem here. We get plenty of sun. Sometimes the coldest days are when you get the most sun too. In the winter, you associate clear days with cold weather mostly. Arctic highs settling down over the prairies. That's what typically gives us our cold snaps. And we go around this curve. We're back, heading back toward the creek at last. Although we only have one small section that's really along the creek, and then I'll be walking back further away from it. I might walk onto it today, but it didn't look like anybody has been on the ice, so I probably won't. I don't want to walk in untrodden snow. You can't tell how deep it is, and I don't want to get it over my boots or something like that. I don't think it'd be that deep on this ice, but I risk it. Maybe they didn't clear this morning, because this is clearly blown in. That would have been last night's snow. made these drifts, little drifts. And I seem to be the first person to have walked through it too today. Very nice ball diamond. It's Pasco Street up ahead where you see the cars. Lots of wind blowing from northwest, it feels like, which is usually a sign of colder weather coming. Yeah, I don't think anybody has gone out on the ice where I sometimes go out on the ice. I don't think I'll do that today. That's right there. Now, at this point, you can go under the bridge, but they clearly have not bothered to clear that because it seems to be all drifted in. So I'm not going down there today anyway. We'll go up this way to Pasco Street. This sidewalk has had some attention, but it may not have, except for people walking on it. It may be quite blown in this morning. Sometimes walk over by those apartments, but not today. And Sask Express here in this old school, it's a performing arts school and company. I'll be glad to turn out of the wind now. It's not minus 51, but it's a lot chillier than the actual air temperature. On your face, maybe not on your face, but on my face, because I'm the one out here. Oh, lice under there I just found. Probably I'll want to go down the other side of the street here because they don't usually clear the sidewalk on this side. I'll take a look when I get here. Yeah. Well, hard to say. Maybe it's okay. Hasn't been cleared recently, but it doesn't look very deep, so we'll take it. Very, very bright when you look towards the sun. I have to decide if I want to walk down by the volleyball center, if I stay straight and just go down Elphinstone. I think I'll go over to the Neil Balkwell Civic Arts Center since I walked along Elphinstone on Sunday. Why, yes, I am breathing a little harder. This is actually uphill and a bit heavier snow, so it's making me work a little harder. Did I mention I'm 64 years old? Most of the time I don't think about it, but every once in a while I do. Stop, I don't have to. It's just for the drivers. Doing my bit to pack down the path. So we continue to parallel the park here, the creek on the other side of all that snow, where we were just a few minutes ago. Ooh, now I'm too warm. Working up a sweat. One thing you notice as you get into February, even if its air temperature is colder than it is now, you can feel some heat in the sun that you couldn't when it was lower in the very dead of winter, because we're, what, seven weeks? Yeah, about 7 weeks into winter, which means the days have been getting longer and the sun higher for almost 2 months now. So you do start to feel that additional heat of the sun. I may end up, in fact, I think I will take off my hat after all, at least for a little bit, until I get into the wind somewhere. I have to put it back on. But for the moment, it's plenty warm without. Soccer field there, or rugby field, I guess. Maybe football field, but mainly it's soccer that plays there. I'll just be here breathing. If I stop breathing, call 911. Turn the corner here. Down towards the Neil Buckwell Civic Arts Center, the Art Gallery of Regina, and the Regina Senior Center. Walk on the street now, where there'll be less snow to wade through. I missed any comments? Yes, closer to spring than the first day of winter, so we're more than halfway through. We really appreciated, my wife and I, the mild, not very snowy winter because of her foot surgery. So for a while she was being pushed around in a chair, and then it was a walker and a cast, and now she's got a walking boot and only uses a crutch for stability, and hopefully at the end of the month that comes off. And she can start getting used to her new titanium improved foot. You can see over there in the distance the beaver. That was a centennial project back in 1967. Playground here. Yes, my amount of effort has decreased now that I'm not wading through even that little bit of snow. I can tell. There's the beaver. There's a Harriet Worm song, "We Are the Beaver," talking about our national animal. We're furry and we're free. We've got two big buck teeth, front teeth, and we can chew down small trees, something like that. Oh, there's the Neil Balkwell Civic Arts Center. You can take art classes there, and the Art Gallery of Regina is in there. Just a small gallery. Yeah, a lot of titanium going around inside people. It's used for a lot of medical reconstruction because it's one of the metals that will bond to bone. Not cheap, but fortunately we don't have to pay it out of pocket up here. Upside and downside to our system of medicine. Downside can be very, very long wait times, which costs lives and misery. Upside is you don't pay as much out of your pocket or have to have expensive private insurance. However, living next to the US, people who have money will just go down to the US to get stuff done because they know they can get it quickly and fast, and often by particularly expert doctors. Make sure this bus saw me. And now, we just go a few blocks down College, turn onto Angus Crescent, and I'll be home. So this is College Avenue. Watch out here on the driveways. That's where the ice will get you if you don't watch out. Little pink houses for you and me. Here's one. Probably not the one that inspired John Cougar Mellencamp. You can watch me sing The Last Saskatchewan Pirate on my YouTube channel. You go down to the music section. When we were in St. John's a little over 2 years ago now, we were part of something called the Great Canadian Kitchen Party, which does tours in various places. And there's always celebrity hosts. Our host was Alan Doyle from Great Big Sea. We did a pub crawl with him one night, and we ended up at the Yellow Belly Brew Pub. And underneath the Yellow Belly is a space called the Underbelly, which is like the oldest room in St. John's, which is pretty old because that's St. John's. And yeah, I had an opportunity to sing The Last Saskatchewan Pirate for him and everybody else. Got complimented by the pub owner and Alan Doyle, so that ain't bad. It's not actually my best rendition, but then it was at the end of the pub crawl, so I have some excuse. But anyway, if you want to hear me do it, there it is. Of course, I also like to point people to how do you solve a problem like Maria, which I did for a Regina Lyric Musical Theater online concert called Flip the Script, which was gender swapped songs. I sang the Nuns chorus for Maria from The Sound of Music, and I did all 4 parts. You can see me if you again look in the music area of my YouTube channel. So it's not just walking in Regina. Of course, the other thing that's on the channel now is my World Shapers podcast, which now has a video component and is coming out 1 a week. Interviews with authors about their latest books. Just put one out on Sunday with Matthew Hughes, award-winning Canadian author in a variety of genres. A Great Big Sea is no more, but Alan Doyle is still active, very active. A great guy. We really enjoyed getting to know him. We even had a barbecue in his backyard, which was cool. He took us to Petty Harbor, where he grew up. My Crescent is the next intersection, then I'll be headed downhill the rest of the way at home. Not far now. And I've only slipped a little once, so it hasn't been as treacherous as I feared it might. Although I shouldn't say that before I'm actually home. Worked up a sweat, though. No, it's not that cold. It's -6. -6 Celsius. Quite pleasant. Probably going up to -2 or something today, so. Although, maybe not, because it is a wind from the northwest, which might be bringing in the colder weather we're expecting. But it's still not going to be bitterly cold for us. I think, double digits, but only with a 1 as the first digit, not a 2 or a 3. Below 0. Downhill all the way now. Relaxing. The cool down. Particularly liked it when I was jogging this, and I came here and it was all downhill. Well, I would never have jogged in these conditions. Morning.
Morning, how are you?
Good. It keeps happening. I have to do mine when I get back. Okay. I know there's ice under some of this snow, so I'm trying to keep an eye on that and not overextend my stride. Yeah, I can feel it. The snow, as I said, actually can help. It doesn't always. Sometimes it makes it worse. So already had my fall this winter. I don't want to have another one. It's a Tommy Douglas house, I often point out as I go by. That's where he lived when he was premier. It's for sale if you want it. It has an indoor swimming pool, like all good socialist houses do. I always thought that was funny. Ooh. There's a place where it's worse. Let's just get off that sidewalk. This one looks better. Another dog. It's a quiet street when people have conversations in the middle of the street. With people in cars. I'm going on the street again. I don't like the looks of that stretch of sidewalk either. We will stop up here at this intersection. Corner of Retallick Street. And see, look at the ice there. Even though they've cleared it, it's just a sheet of ice. Corner of Retallick and Angus Crescent. And that's it. Whoops, almost got me on the last corner. Please subscribe if you haven't, and I'll probably be back probably tomorrow. We'll see. But bye for now.